so much to NAC. Colleagues, we also have NEHAWU on the platform, and I would like to invite them to speak. They have submitted to the portfolio committee some concerns, and I think as a portfolio committee and NAC and the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, it's important as well to give them a hearing and to hear direct from them. Is the only way that we are going to heal an organization. The input will also perhaps further assist to investigate matters, because we have to listen to the voices of the workers out there, and we should not allow that no one is sidelined in our deliberations. Proceed.
Chair, as I've already said, my name is Halale Zamelefe. I am the NEHAWU shop steward chairperson for the NEHAWU members of the NAC. I would like to greet everyone, honorable members, staff, portfolio committee members, and everyone who's watching online, the SAC, NAC, and everyone who is in this platform. I would like to thank the portfolio committee for giving us the opportunity to come and present here. We feel as a union we have exhausted all the avenues and attempts in order to voice out the injustices that staff are going through the National Arts Council. So my colleague Damien will share the spreadsheet, the presentation as I talk to it. So Damien, can you just
give the presentation is on the screen. You may proceed.
Okay. The background of the union, the NEC signed a union recognition of the agreement union with the NAC. The reason was to get staff to address the issues that were pressing. And currently we have 24 active members on the union, which forms 83% of all the staff that are in the organization. The overview of the pressing issues of the entity, we've got the one that is abuse of power and the grievance mechanism, bullying and intimidation, and then the one that is pressing for all the staff members that we've been fighting for so many years is unresolved staff bonuses, the government conflict and interest concern and organizational and restructuring and retrenchment fears, staff well-being and institutional impact. So if we talk to the abuse of power, there are quite a number of issues that are happening in the NAC. And then we have tried a couple of times to address the issues that are happening within the NAC with then the previous CEO and the previous interim CEO. I think we have sat with the previous CEO for about 3 times or so, addressing the same issues, but the same issues fall on deaf ears. we have staff that are not treated right. We have the staff that are shouted at. We have the staff that are being treated in a manner that is not correct for the professional environment. Okay, sorry about that. So staff repeatedly raised concern with the ADM who failed to intervene and take action of what was happening there to staff. Can we go to the next slide, Damien? So we have said with a chairperson of the board, Mr. Eugene Buoda, to address these issues with him as well, and then he advised us that there needs to be a grievance procedure that should be laid for him to go and address these procedures that the staff are raising. But we have found that the grievance process is ineffective. Someone will lay the grievance and then the grievance will not be attended to, and then nothing will be done up until the grievance is withdrawn. So the system is designed to frustrate the complaints and nothing happens regarding that. So we have raised that with the chair, and then we have told him what our concerns are, but still nothing was done even after we have spoken to him. And then there's also the bullying of staff members by some managers. So we know that the current CFO, she shouts at everyone at the office. We have tried to speak to Mrs. Dipupa regarding that, and then she said she has spoken to her, and then she said she has never done anything of that sort. But there are witnesses, there are people who have come forward to the union to complain, but still nothing has been done regarding that. So the newly appointed FM here, he came into an organization not so long ago, but he has made matters worse. There's also the what do you call this? There's also a case against him with the ongoing case against him with the current project manager, which is not getting the action that he should get. Next slide. And then this is one issue of unresolved bonuses that is very. It's a very bitter pain to swallow for staff. So the unresolved bonuses issue stems from COVID. So there was a time COVID where NAC was paying PSP, it was paying third waves, and then it was paying all these things for COVID. And then the NAC staff were overworked. It was something that they have never done before. They were overworked. They were working long hours. They were working the weekends. And then when there was time for them to be remunerated, the council reiterated that they can be remunerated because there was a public outcry. So that was the reason of staff not getting their bonuses. That there was an outcry. They explained that the NEC was in shambles. That's why the staff were not paid the bonuses. So this one, Instead West staff don't want to let this go because they feel it's an injustice. They feel they have done the work. and then they need to be remunerated for the work that they have done. And again, with these bonuses, we have engaged the current chairperson, Mr. Eugene Buddha. He promised that he will submit them to the board again for it to be discussed again. That was in August. We haven't had any response as yet from him. And then I would like also to state the fact that the bonuses are for 3 years. The bonuses amounts to about 900,000 for all the staff that needs to get. It's about 900,000 for 3 years. And then to add on this, we can tell the committee that NAC has spent about 14 million on legal fees from 2021 to 2025. The legal fees, 9 million of the legal fees were paid to discipline the NAC staff for 4 years. So that's 9 million that was paid to legal firms. But the council is refusing to pay 900,000 for 3 years to deserving staff that have done their work.
Can you go back to the page?
Okay, Chair.
Yeah, I just want to raise something. I do know that your document is not numbered. And it makes it very difficult for members to make reference when we are going to have discussions. And maybe this is not the first time that we are going to meet, but I would appeal to NEHAWU to, in future, if they make submissions, please number your pages. Again, I'm having mine manually here. And if you look at the page that you have, my heading said unresolved staff bonuses 2019 to 2022. Yours says unresolved staff bonuses 2019 to 2021. I just want to alert you, it's not a big deal, but when we deal with Parliament, let us ensure that we submit, proper stuff to Parliament if we do so. Please proceed to the next page.
Thank you, Chair. And then this one, the government's and conflict of interest concern. This one speaks to the letter. As a union, we were quite concerned that the letter that the ministers wrote on the 9th of September was defied by the council. There were allegations, and then as NEHAWU and its members, we feel that NEC as a public entity, we need to answer to the public. If there are allegations out there in the public domain, NEC need to investigate. NEC need to hold people accountable because it's a public entity and it's using public funds. As a union, we feel that the union and its members feel that if there's something out there, NEC needs to investigate and then a proper channel needs to happen. So we wrote this because we felt from 9 September up until today, there was nothing that was done pertaining to the letter. I heard the chairperson saying there was special leave. As an employee of the NAC, I've never seen an email that anyone was put on special leave. I've never seen anything of that sort. I don't know when they were put on special leave, how. As far as we know, people are still working. They still have their laptops. They still have their phones. So I don't know when did that happen, and I don't know when did. Yes. Hello.
Please mute Ndlovu. Proceed.
Yeah, so we were speaking to that. I don't know. So from the 9th of September up until yesterday, there was nothing that had happened. So we felt that the decision makers were not doing justice in so for us as a union, we feel that we will be seen in public, by public, as we are hiding something. The minister suggested something and then it's not done. So that's the stance of the union where we were sitting from, that the contents of the letter, everything altogether, should be taken into consideration, and everything that is there on the letter should be done as per the minister's recommendation. The council members that needs to be put on special leave, that we feel that needs to happen. The people that needs to be put on special leave, we feel that needs to happen in a fair and transparent manner. So that's where our stance is as the union. And then organizational structure and fears and retirement fears. This one speaks to the DSAC had seconded Mr. Mokwera to the organization. Mr. Mokwera was a very good leader. So Mr. Mokwera suggested that we do a benchmarking. He felt that on all of the DSAC's agencies, he felt that NAC's staff was underpaid, and then he felt that NAC staff did much more work, or if not similar to other organizations. So he had suggested that we do a benchmarking exercise where we benchmark with our sister entities to see where we are, so that we can put our salaries on the same level as them. So this is how the restructuring came to effect. But now we have learned that the current management, which were supposed to be put on special leave, is taking the process and doing an opposite thing. So they want to restructure the organization where they can get rid of some of the positions on the structure, or lower some of the position on the structure. So we wanted to put this to the portfolio committee to say, let's put a stop to this, because unemployment is a very serious thing in South Africa. So we don't understand why would someone try to get the people out of the job. So this speaks to that. So this one, staff well-being, it has been happening for quite some time. This one, the staff at the NAC, it's not valued. The staff at the NAC, it's working. They are working. They are hard workers, all of them. They are working under high levels of stress and fear, and they endure verbal abuse and unreasonable workloads from their managers. They don't get any recognition. They don't get any rewards or anything of that sort. They just expected to work and work and work. They don't get anything for the work and the time that they put in. So the environment has become quite toxic, demotivating, and it's quite harmful for the health of our union members and staff. So this is the last one on the slide. As I've already alluded, we would like the portfolio committee to intervene and make sure that the contents of the letter of the minister of 9 of September, everything that's on the letter, it's done. And then the NEC staff members are given the rewards that they deserve. They are given the bonuses that they deserve. They are given respect that they deserve from their superiors, and they are treated well in the organization. So thank you, Chair.
life of an artist. Bacho Klabe spices are glorifying drugs as a stage fright cure. You can try this just when you're about to grab your chance of staging. Excitement, you can't think out this industry, or should I say this killer dream, cause you will swear that from the start it was designed to kill artists. Bangakulwela when days are bright, ungutembekile. As a human being on Instagram, too much pressure, unrealistic expectations. Whoever said that he's the perfect ilizulahlekisile. He's with us, wetembekile. Singiza wetembekile. Remedies within us as ikhwemba sipepekile.